Destroy your fears with the Bujinkan system. Silence. Before the blade moves, before the breath deepens, before the mind decides to run or stand, there is silence. In that silence, fear reveals itself. Not as an enemy charging toward you, but as a whisper. A hesitation. A tightening of the chest. A story the mind tells itself before reality has even arrived. Most people never hear this silence. They drown it with noise, distraction, excuses, motivation videos, and borrowed confidence. But the warrior does not escape silence. He enters it. And this is where the Bujinkan system begins. Not with violence. Not with bravado. But with the destruction of fear at its root. Ask yourself, quietly now. How many decisions in your life have been shaped not by truth, but by fear? How many paths were never walked because your mind convinced you they were too dangerous, too painful, too uncertain? The Bujinkan does not teach you to fight others first. It teaches you to survive yourself. And survival begins where fear ends. We live in an age that pretends fear can be cured with comfort. An age that believes safety is the same as strength. An age where the greatest battles are avoided, not mastered. Yet fear has not disappeared. It has only changed its armor. Today, fear wears the mask of procrastination. Of overthinking. Of false humility. Of endless preparation without action. The ancient samurai faced arrows, blades, and death itself. You face uncertainty, judgment, failure, and isolation. Different battlefield. Same fear. The Japanese warriors understood something the modern world has forgotten. Fear is not eliminated by aggression. It is dissolved by understanding, movement, and alignment. This is the essence of the Bujinkan system. An art not designed to make you reckless, but unshakable. In Bujinkan training, the battlefield is internal before it is external. The enemy is not the attacker in front of you. It is the freezing of the mind, the stiffening of the body, the loss of awareness. This is why ancient Japanese warriors spoke of the inner battlefield. Because the war is already decided long before the first strike is thrown. Miyamoto Musashi, the undefeated swordsman, did not fear combat. But not because he lacked fear. He understood it. Musashi walked into duels knowing he could die. He accepted this fully. And in that acceptance, fear lost its power. In the Book of Five Rings, Musashi speaks not of emotion, but of position, timing, rhythm, and emptiness. Why? Because fear thrives in cluttered minds. When the mind is full of imagined futures, fear multiplies. When the mind is empty and present, fear has nowhere to stand. The Bujinkan inherits this philosophy. It does not demand that you suppress fear. Suppression creates tension. Tension creates rigidity. Rigidity gets you broken. Instead, Bujinkan teaches adaptability. The body flows. The mind observes. The spirit remains calm. Fear dissolves not because you are brave, but because you are aligned. Consider the Ronin. A masterless samurai. No clan. No guaranteed protection. No stable future. To live as a Ronin was to accept uncertainty as a constant companion. Yet the Ronin survived not through panic, but through awareness. He learned to read people. To sense danger before it arrived. To remain fluid in both body and mind. This is not romantic history. This is psychological mastery. The Bujinkan system is built upon this survival mindset. It does not promise control. It teaches response. It does not promise certainty. It builds adaptability. Fear feeds on rigidity. The Bujinkan dissolves rigidity. When your mind stops clinging to outcomes, fear loses its grip. Zen monks trained the mind the same way samurai trained the body. Through repetition. Through stillness. Through discipline without theatrics. They sat in cold temples, facing walls, confronting thoughts without resistance. Why? Because fear is not an external force. It is a reaction to thought. Zen teaches you to watch thought without becoming it. Bujinkan applies the same principle in motion. You do not block force with force. You do not meet fear with aggression. You redirect. In training, when attacked, you do not stiffen. You move. You breathe. You adjust. This physical lesson rewires the mind. Over time, your nervous system learns a new truth. I can remain calm under pressure. This is not motivation. This is conditioning. And conditioning destroys fear at the root. Understand this clearly. Fear is not weakness. Fear is information. The untrained mind panics when it receives this information. The trained mind interprets it. Samurai did not deny fear. They listened to it without obeying it. The Bujinkan system teaches you to remain relaxed in chaos. Relaxation is not softness. It is readiness. A tense body is slow. A calm body is fast. A fearful mind hesitates. A clear mind responds. This is why Bujinkan movements appear subtle, almost effortless. They are not fueled by adrenaline, but by awareness. Fear thrives on anticipation. Bujinkan trains presence. Imagine a cold morning. The dojo is silent. Your body resists movement. Your mind looks for excuses. This is fear in its quiet form. The fear of discomfort. The fear of effort. The fear of beginning. Bujinkan training begins here. You bow. You breathe. You move anyway. Not aggressively. Not emotionally. But deliberately. Each repetition tells the nervous system, I act even when I do not feel ready. Over time, fear stops negotiating. This is how discipline replaces motivation. And discipline is fear's natural predator. In battle, the samurai understood timing. Strike too early, you expose yourself. Strike too late, you are overwhelmed. Fear disrupts timing. It makes you rush or freeze. The Bujinkan teaches Mai, distance and timing, not only physically, but psychologically. When fear arises, do not react immediately. Create space. Observe. Respond with intention. This principle applies to life. When criticism comes, do not lash out. When uncertainty appears, do not collapse. When loneliness presses in, do not abandon yourself. Create space. Maintain balance. Fear dissolves in awareness. The modern world trains fear unconsciously. Constant alerts. Endless comparison. Artificial urgency. Your nervous system is always on edge. Bujinkan is a return to natural rhythm. Slow where others rush. Calm where others panic. Grounded where others scatter. This is not passivity. It is dominance of the self. The samurai did not need to announce their strength. Their presence carried it. When fear no longer controls you, your presence changes. People feel it. Situations shift. Opportunities open. Not because you chased them, but because you stopped running from yourself. There is a moment in every warrior's path where he must walk alone. No applause. No reassurance. No guarantees. Fear is loudest here. The Bujinkan does not remove this moment. It prepares you for it. Through constant exposure to uncertainty and training, your mind learns trust. Not trust in outcomes. Trust in yourself. I can adapt. I can endure. I can remain aware. This is the true destruction of fear. Not bravado. Not denial. But quiet confidence forged through repetition. Musashi wrote, "You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain." Fear convinces you there is only one safe path. The Bujinkan teaches many. If one movement fails, another emerges. If one plan collapses, another forms. Flexibility replaces fear. This is why Bujinkan is not rigid technique, it is principle-based survival. And life demands the same. Careers shift. Relationships change. Purpose evolves. Those who cling to fixed identities suffer. Those who adapt remain free. Listen carefully now. Fear cannot be destroyed by force. It is destroyed by familiarity. The Bujinkan exposes you to pressure in controlled ways. Your body learns. Your mind adjusts. Your spirit steadies. What once triggered panic becomes manageable. What once felt overwhelming becomes navigable. This is neuroplasticity before the word existed. Ancient wisdom applied through the body. Let us speak of ego. Ego fears loss. Fear feeds ego. The samurai trained humility deliberately. To bow. To accept correction. To be a perpetual student. Ego resists this. Fear hides behind ego. The Bujinkan strips this away. You fail in training. You are corrected. You begin again. Fear dissolves when ego loosens its grip. Because you are no longer protecting an image. You are building reality. Pain will come. Loneliness will come. Doubt will come. The Bujinkan does not promise comfort. It offers resilience. Through training, you learn that discomfort does not equal danger. That uncertainty does not equal death. That fear is temporary, but regret is permanent. The samurai feared dishonor more than pain. Not because they were reckless, but because they valued integrity. The Bujinkan system restores this internal code. Here is the inner code. Observe before reacting. Breathe before moving. Adapt before resisting. Remain calm under pressure. Act with intention, not impulse. This code destroys fear because it removes chaos from the mind. You are no longer guessing. You are responding. The transformation is subtle. You do not wake up fearless. You wake up steady. Situations that once unsettled you now feel neutral. Challenges no longer feel personal. Failure becomes information. This is the quiet power of the Bujinkan. No hype. No noise. Just mastery. Return now to the silence we began with. Stand there again. But notice what has changed. Fear may still whisper, but it no longer commands. You have learned to stand in uncertainty without collapsing. To move without panic. To breathe without tension. This is not motivation. This is conditioning. This is the Bujinkan system. Not a style. Not a trend. A way of destroying fear by outgrowing it. Walk your path. Train your body. Calm your mind. Sharpen your awareness. Fear will follow, but it will never lead again. And that is the way of the warrior.